What's good, everyone? Mario here. In this video, I'm going to share with you my strategy that I teach and I promote. I'm going to share it with you how to rid yourself of unwanted pursuers. All right, so let's get into this topic of getting rid of unwanted pursuers. This is something that I have really had to kind of connect with people on that I work with over and over and over. They're always like, hey, I've got this person, they're not really getting the picture. I broke up with them and they won't leave me alone. This person I was dating, but they won't stop texting me. And it's really just kind of running into my life where I'm trying to be nice, I'm trying to respond, and they're just not getting the picture. How can I get rid of this person? And every time I kind of start digging into that story, the same sort of pattern of behavior keeps revealing itself. And I'm going to share it with you. So, what I encourage all these people to do is look at their behaviors and make an adjustment. I tell them this phrase: stop feeding the beast. And I don't mean to call people beasts, all right? No, that's not the nicest word, but it's memorable, and that's the most important thing. So, think about this situation. If you go to the park and there's squirrels around, there are pigeons, and there are people playing, and you go out there with some seed or bread and you throw it out there, what are the pigeons going to do? They're going to flock towards you and they're going to go eat all those seeds and all the bread. And then when it's gone, they're going to look at you and they're going to follow you and they're going to say, "Give me more. Give me more." And you're going to look at them and say like, "I'm all done. See my hands? Nothing there. Leave me alone." They're not going to get the picture and they're going to follow you until you probably have to walk away from that area. So what you have to do is basically separate yourself. And in real life, you have to do the same thing. You have to separate yourself. So imagine whatever situation you have, whether it's a breakup, someone that you dated, but now you feel the connection fizzled and you tried to let them know, they just didn't take the picture. Some people you're trying to ghost, but they're not getting the picture. And sometimes maybe there's somebody that you gave out your number and you kind of regret it. You're like, ugh, whatever your situation is. I still run into the same people with the same situations where they're having a tough time because they're conflict averse or they're like, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. Well, here's what I would suggest to you is a reality. What's more thoughtful in this scenario? To lead this person on and make them feel like it's, yeah, sure, keep on going with this when you know that there's no chance that you have any interest in them or getting together with them. You know there's 100% no chance, but they're holding on to hope that just for you, you know it's not there. What's more thoughtful, to help that person move on faster or to let that person drag it out and waste their time, energy, and effort on trying to start something with you that you know is going nowhere? Obviously, I think we should let that person move on. And also, I think it's respectful toward yourself to take care of number one first and eliminate and separate yourself from any unwanted anxiety or negativity, or just eliminate someone from your life that you don't want there. That's okay. It's absolutely okay. So this is good for you. This is good for someone else. But the difficulty is in making this happen because we're just so conflict averse. We don't want to be disagreeable. We want to be considered the nice person all the time. That what we tend to do is just kind of let things linger, and we take one more text and we let somebody keep on talking to us through text, or we get on the phone and they're like, "Yeah, just hear me out. Pick up the phone and I just want to get some things off my chest," because people like this think that they are just one word or one action or one, if they just say the right thing or do the right thing, that all of a sudden you'll figure it out like, "Oh my God, why haven't I just seen it? You're perfect for me." You know that's never going to happen. But they think that they're one saying they're just one step away from saying or doing the right things, that it will all click back, and you'll figure out how amazing they are. But you will know it won't happen like that. So here's what you need to do: stop feeding the beast. You need to stop engaging with that person. Now, there's nothing wrong, and I do encourage you to actually let people know. Like, you don't just have to ghost them. But there's a reason why ghosting is so efficient, because it eliminates this. It doesn't feed the beast. But what I encourage everyone to do is just be honest, because I want you all, both men and women, to be able to sleep at night knowing you're a good person, respectful, and even if you do some things that hurt people, you can live with it because it comes from a good place. So you can get on the phone and have that phone call or that face-to-face meeting or that text message that says, "Hey, look," basically the conversation or the topic is basically, "I know you're looking for more, but I don't see it. I don't feel the connection. I think it's best if we just stop trying at this, and I'm not into this, and I encourage you to move on. You're a good person." That's where you can jazz it up and kind of talk them up even though you don't want them. "You're a great person, and I'm sure someone will find you to be a great partner, but I just don't feel it." Speak your piece, make it brief, and then you're done. Now, here's the thing. They're gonna be all about like, yeah, let's have that meeting. Like, I want to talk, or take this text, or let's have this phone call, because they're thinking there's hope. And when you say that message to them, they'll hear it, but they won't entirely believe you, because guess what's gonna happen? They're going to continue the interaction at some point. Another text, another phone call, another attempt to talk to you in person. And what you're going to have to do is don't feed the beast, because what you need to do is give them an opportunity to move on. All right. Maybe you have to, hopefully, you made it clear to them to move on, but then what you have to do is be consistent. It's like training anyone, whether it's an animal or a person. If you're not consistent, they're not going to trust your words. So what you have to do is be consistent, so that they're like, well, shit, that person really told me like they weren't going to talk to me again anymore about this stuff, and they weren't going to text me or take my calls, and they're not. But if you break that pattern, and if you say, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm not going to text you, and then you do, guess what? They're going to think that you'll do it again. And what you need to understand is that there's a very likely pattern that ensues there, where most people, it has to take a more negative spin before it gets better. The more negative spin is typically with the understanding that hopefully you now will understand, is that what they're looking for at the very least is some attention. Like, if you're not going to give them good attention, their next step is going to be negative attention, because it's better than no attention. Nobody wants to be ignored, and better to get underneath someone's skin or say something cruel or mean or hurtful if it gets that person to pick up the phone, get and talk to you, or send a text message, even if it's a nasty one, saying, leave me the fuck alone. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That is better than being ignored. Understand that. And what I want you to understand is that when you don't feed the beast, you don't reset the time period that's necessary for them to figure out, wow, that person said something, and then they're being consistent to it. I'm really wasting my time, because they're not picking up my calls, they're not responding to my texts. The sooner they figure that out, the better. So that's what you are accomplishing when you don't feed the beast. But when you interrupt that process and you do respond to a text, you do take that call, you do meet them in person, again, you are resetting that whole belief that they had of what they were trying to develop, that you're actually consistent to your words. They're not going to believe it. And then the next time, you're going to have to do it all over again, of saying, for real, we're done here. I'm not talking to you. And it's going to be even longer before they figure it out. So the sooner you can state your boundary, the sooner that you can adhere to that, the sooner someone's going to figure it out, the sooner they move on, which is good for them. They need to move on from you. There's no chance with you. And maybe they can invest their time, energy, and efforts towards themselves or others that'll be more constructive. That, to me, even if you had to hurt their feelings for a little bit, that's life. We all get our feelings hurt. If you don't get that job, they don't send you a sympathy letter of, I'm sorry you didn't get this job. I know it meant everything to you. That's how it is. And in the dating world, you don't owe anybody, that I'll never make you feel bad. When you sign up for dating, when you sign up for pursuing love or just living life, you're signing up for pain, and that's just part of it. But also, to go with that pain are the accompanying joys of life and of dating. So consider that. But that is my strategy of getting rid of unwanted pursuers. You really have to don't feed the beast sort of process. And when you can adhere to that and be consistent, sooner rather than later, people will move on, and you'll hopefully be able to do so from them also, with feeling good about yourself when you lay your head down on that pillow at night. Let me know what you all think about this strategy. If you have others that you would like to comment and share other insights, I'd love to hear from you all. Put those down in the comments, and as always, take care and see you in the next video.